The Anker PowerHouse is not your standard portable power bank. Hell, it looks like a lunchbox from the future. Its casing is made of a high-quality matte finish aluminum. The front and back are made of similar textured black plastic, and the bottom has 4 large rubber feet to keep it from slipping around too much. Then there's an articulating handle that only pivots 90 degrees. It's also made of matte aluminum with a rubber grip and brushed buttons at the hinges. I will say it's smaller than I thought it would be. All the pictures I saw made it seem about 10% bigger than it actually is. It measures 7.9 inches wide, 5.7 inches tall, and 6.5 inches thick. But it's also heavier than I imagined, weighing in at just over 9 pounds. Yes, you heard that correctly. And that's about a third of the weight of its nearest competitor. This is a power bank on steroids. On the front, you'll find an LCD panel that provides current status, such as which power modes are on, how much charge percentage is remaining, which will change based on the current load, and whether a phone or tablet is plugged in. Beneath that, there are 4 sections: DC input to the left and 12-volt DC, USB, and AC outputs on the right. To toggle any of the outputs on or off, just press one of the corresponding buttons. That mode will appear on the screen, and an LED indicator below it will turn on. Hidden inside that aluminum case is a 434 watt-hour battery. That translates to roughly 120,000 milliamp hours or 120 ampere hours. On paper, that's huge. It's the equivalent of roughly 5 Anker PowerCore 20100s, which I reviewed last year, or 30,000 milliamp hours more than all of these combined. But the PowerHouse can also charge 12-volt DC devices and at 110-volt AC. That means you can plug just about anything into this power bank and charge it or power it as long as the combined load is under 200 watts. That's nuts. By plugging in a 4-port car charger, I was able to simultaneously charge a 12-inch MacBook, 12.9-inch iPad Pro, iPad Mini, Moto X Pure, an 8,000 mAh power bank, Kindle Paperwhite, 2 GH4 batteries, and an Anker LC90 flashlight. While I wasn't able to take it camping on such short notice, the perfect scenario for such a device, I used it how I thought I might in an everyday situation. I didn't set out to just obliterate the battery. I wanted to see how it would operate under relatively normal circumstances. Sometimes I charged devices completely on standby while using other devices to get work done. Other times I plugged my MacBook in via AC and went to town. Over the course of 4 days, here's everything I charged with the PowerHouse. After all of that, it still had 36% charge remaining, so I plugged in a lamp and a few other devices and watched the battery drain. One thing is clear, this thing will not charge your phone 40 times, like the Amazon page lists that it can. Instead, on the Anker website, it states it will charge an iPhone 24 times. The latter is far closer to reality. Every full phone charge resulted in about a 5% drop in percentage on the PowerHouse, so 20-ish charges of your phone per charge of the PowerHouse. Once it's fully depleted, plugging it in using the provided power supply will top off the PowerHouse in approximately 8 hours. While the battery does exactly what it should, Anker missed the mark on a couple of things. First, it touts the PowerHouse as a device you can charge using a solar panel. You can, it's just not as simple as it seems. Anker doesn't actually make a solar panel for the PowerHouse yet, and you'll have to do some digging to figure out which cables and adapters you need to connect the PowerHouse to a compatible solar panel. Then there's the lack of USB-C. With a growing number of laptops available that charge using USB-C, you're left using the AC adapter. The maximum output of each of the 4 USB ports is 2.4 amps, less than what most laptops require to charge at a normal rate. And AC is the least efficient way to use the PowerHouse, since there's a significant power loss when converting DC to AC, only to convert AC power back to DC. And then finally, each power source has to be manually shut off. If you accidentally hit one of the buttons or leave it on with nothing plugged in, there's no timeout function that will step in to preserve the battery. Price is also going to be a hurdle for most prospective buyers of the PowerHouse. It retails for a whopping $500. That's quite a bit steeper than most of the competition, but the PowerHouse is more compact, more lightweight, and has more capacity than most of the others, which might be crucial to some buyers. That said, the PowerHouse is on sale now and for the next couple of days for $329.99, the lowest it's ever been. All of this comes together to make a device that's actually rather niche. The PowerHouse is perfect for charging phones, tablets, or laptops, and powering fans, lights, or even a CPAP during power outages or while camping. at that, it's fantastic. But for $500, it's not exactly geared towards the casual user. Its size and weight is going to keep you from lugging it on a backpacking trip. And unless you absolutely need AC or 12-volt DC power, you'd be better off stocking up on multiple, cheaper portable power banks for a camping trip. And if you don't need something so lightweight, compact, or pretty, you can DIY a solar generator with just as much or even more power for less money using deep cycle marine batteries and an inverter. But for enthusiasts, or for my frequent camping trips, and as a portable power source for my mobile workstation, I can't think of anything nearly as convenient to use. I've specifically chosen the devices I use to work with daily, save for my video editing, because they're easy to charge and last a long time. Point being, something like the PowerHouse could keep me working for 2 to 3 or maybe even 4 days through just about any situation without access to power. That's nothing short of impressive. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that thumbs up button below. And if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And hit the bell beside it so you get notifications when I upload videos like this, and EDC Weekly, and other videos. I also want to thank Anker for sending me a PowerHouse to review. If you'd like to pick one up for yourself, there is a link down in the description for that. And if you'd like to follow us around the web, there's also links down there for that too. One last time, my name is Taylor Martin. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And until next time, live outdoors a little.